of this. Please remember that consultation can be verbal or nonverbal. Specifically, the thing we've had an issue with is, like, I read a myth question and nobody buzzes in, and if you're sitting there going like this is consultation work. So during the toss-up, just look at me, and I'll look at all 12 of you simultaneously. And it'll be fine. Okay. If you need to make a challenge, just do so. A player or a coach can register a challenge. Just raise your hand, say you've got something that you need us to check on, and we will do that. And I think that's about all. We're just, that was perfect timing. We can start. Okay. Before we begin, our content statement. The study of the humanities often challenges us as we examine the full range of the human experience. This Certamen round contains mention of human trafficking, violence, and other difficult content. As always, take care of yourself and reach out to your chaperones and sponsors if you need to talk about any of the content. Does anyone have any concerns in that area? Okay. We'll get started. This is 2022 NJCL Certamen Advanced Division, Round 3. Toss-up question number 1. What city, founded by a man who received 50 young men and 50 young women as a prize for a wrestling victory, was invulnerable until the Palladium was stolen by...
C2?
Troy is correct. And the Palladium was stolen by Diomedes and Odysseus. 10 points for Team C. Your first bonus. That founder, Elos, had a daughter, Themiste, who married which of his nephews? Answer, please. Sorry, his name was Capys. Capys. Your second bonus, what famous hero had both Trojan and Dardanian blood through these grandparents, Capys and Themiste?
Aeneas.
It's Aeneas, that's correct. 15 points on question 1 at 14C. Toss question number 2. What man acknowledged a general in Britain as Caesar to secure his rear while going east to fight Pescennius Niger?
A2?
Septimius Severus.
That is correct, and you have won the visual. Oh, okay, guys. Okay. This is why you don't tell jokes, because sometimes people take your jokes seriously. Apparently you guys didn't know you could keep the visuals. You can just keep the visuals if you get it. And so yesterday, what's that? I know. We're not supposed to. And so somebody asked me yesterday, like, what do we do with the visuals? I was like, keep them. We don't need them back. And they were so excited. And so I told the other moderators, and they were like, oh, that's cool, that's fun. And I was like, yeah, tell them to keep them. And I said, you know what? Like, because they're like collector's items. And I was like, you know what can be even better? Like when there's a collector's item and you want to make it more collectible, you'll get like 1 in every 1,000 boxes has a signed card. So we have taken one randomly chosen visual. So there is only one visual in all the advanced rooms that on the back has been signed by all 13 moderators. And if you guys are lucky enough to get it, it's one of yours. So there's only one.
No, why didn't you tell us that before? Now we can't
We
even...
just started.
That was
Great, but don't look at
Yeah,
that side.
you have 10 seconds to study the visual, but you get to keep it forever, so look at the front. There's one in the intermediate round and there's one in the novice round. There's only one. And we have been specifically instructed not to sign others if you guys ask. Okay, here is your first bonus. This is a collection of coins from the Severan dynasty. please place these coins in order of reigns of the emperors depicted from the earliest to latest.
I see a Lego ball.
Yeah, I see like a ball. It's just
So this,
I don't know any of the other ones.
Oh, the guy that looks like Hercules? Isn't that Hercules?
Oh, yeah, that might
That's
be
probably-
Commodus. That's Commodus, then, so that would be A.
oh, this is not
I need an answer, please.
Century Sackers problem.
Okay, just
All right, let's say A, CDB.
It's not correct. It's C, B, D, A. C is Septimius Severus, B is Caracalla and Geta. That's why it's got
Yeah.
two sides. D is Elagabalus, A is Severus Alexander. Your second bonus. The coin marked 2. The coin marked bonus 2 was minted for one of the most powerful women of the dynasty. Who is this woman who is the mother of the emperor on coin A?
it's Julia Domino.
Are you sure?
I mean,
Isn't Domino like a calendar? Isn't
oh.
It's the mother of, it's the mother of Severus Alexander, so it's Julia, is that Mamiya or is that Maisa?
Okay, well, on the
The
test
mother
day,
of-
Mamaya was the, wait, what was
Elizabeth.
the
Answer, please.
Yeah.
Maisa. Julia Maisa?
Mamaea. Julia Mamaea was the.
Now, if you want to give him back, I'll try to take him back, but it seems like.
Yeah, hang on to that.
Not giving this
All right. The rest of you look stupid visual.
Don't go trying to trade that with anybody.
No, that is yours. That is an asset.
I'll frame it like.
All right, 10 points on question 2 for Team A. Toss up question number 3. What gender is shared by the nouns kolos?
A4.
Feminine.
So you're not A4.
Oh, what?
Oh.
Feminine.
Feminine is correct. Sorry. The words were colis, pinus, cumus, manus are all feminine. Your first bonus, Team A. Using the noun pelagos, say in Latin, the wide blue sea.
There's one of those.
What's blue again? It's like,
Kairu.
Kairu. And then
Logos and neuter.
Why? That doesn't make any difference.
Logos is neuter.
Yeah, but why does it make a difference?
So it's Kairu.
Oh.
And then Lotus.
Oh, yeah, there's one.
Latin.
Yeah. Latum Caruleum Pelagos.
That is correct. And your second bonus, what feminine noun meaning little left hand became masculine when it became the name of a man?
Wait, so like, what's Skywalla maybe?
Probably Sky. Yeah.
Skyless? Is it Skyless?
No,
Skywalla.
Can you repeat, please?
What feminine noun meaning little left hand became masculine when it became the name of a man?
Skywalla.
That is correct. So 20 points on question 3 for Team A. Toss up question number 4. Although Suetonius famously wrote biographies on the Caesars from Julius Caesar to Domitian, he also wrote on select Latin authors. Whom does Suetonius describe?
B1.
Cicero?
That's not correct. Repeat for teams A and C. Although Suetonius famously wrote biographies on the Caesars from Julius Caesar to Domitian, he also wrote on select Latin authors. Whom does Suetonius describe in the following adapted passage? Quidam et captum esse existamant, et inter finem secundi punici belli, et initium tertii.
C3.
Scipio Africanus.
That's not correct. Repeat for Team A. If it's okay, I'm going to start from the beginning of the Latin. Whom does Suetonius describe in this passage? Quidam et captum esse existamant, et inter finem secundi punici belli, et initium tertii, natus et mortuus est. Romae vixit cum Scipione Africano et Gaio Laelio. Scripsit coimoidias sex. You can read the Latin one more time. Quidam et captum esse existamant, et inter finem.
A4.
Terrence.
Terence is correct. Yeah, that all said stuff about there. Your first bonus. In which of Terence's comedies does the woman referred to in the title, Glycerium, never actually appear, though complications around her betrothal, pregnancy, and parentage drive the plot.
No, that was twice there. It's a different person. Oh, okay. I have so.
Answer, please.
Let us say Ricardo.
No, it's Andrew. Your second bonus. What is the Latin term for the charge levied against Terence by his literary rival Lucius of Lanuvium, who asserted that Terence's plays featured plots that simply mixed together those of previous Greek comedians? That is correct. 15 points on question 4 for Team A. Toss-up question number 5. Which of the following, if any, is not derived from the same Latin root as the others? Villain, avail, valedictorian, prevalent.
C3.
Villain.
That is correct. Nice. The last full word was prevalent. Your first bonus. Differentiate in derivation between villain and avail, providing each Latin root and its meaning.
Yeah, I know it's weird. I think it's one of those. Yeah, but definition too.
Vila meaning.
I'll defer to C3.
Vila meaning house and well meaning to be well.
That is correct. Your second bonus, what is the shared root and its meaning of the words vilify and revile?
Could you spell the second one?
Revile. Answer, please. Need an answer.
Wellis meaning sale.
I'm sorry, it's Wheelis, V-I-L-I-S, it means cheap. So you have 15 points on question 5 and a score check, please. Once they check.
All right, here we go. So, Team A has 45 points, Team B has yet to score, and Team C has 30 points.
Who's got a Tom Tenant case?
All right. We're gonna give it just a second while people are sticking around.
I don't know
Do I hear?
Yes.
You actually get third. Someone on that team beat you too.
Oh my God, bro, that's so sad. Such an L. I'm mad I'm not first.
All right.
All right,
We'll
I gotta
continue.
check them.
You got this one. Toss up 6. Responde Anglicae. Quid tribunis plebis fecit, si legem dissensit?
C1.
That is correct. Basically said, what is a tribune doing if he disagrees with the law and wants it to be forbidden? He vetoes it. Your bonus. Responde Anglicae. In quam rem, quae pulvinis in lingua latina appellator, caput ponis ad dormiendum, C2 habes.
Could you repeat this?
Responde Anglicae. In quam rem, quae pulvinis in lingua latina appellator, caput ponis ad dormiendum, C2 habes.
Is it chicken?
Answer, please. Need an answer?
Chicken?
Well, here's what it said. It said, unto what thing, which is called the answer in the Latin language, do you put your head on for sleeping? If you have one. The correct answer was a pillow. Second bonus. Here's your second bonus. Responde Anglicae. Qui cibus Notissimus in America Meridiana, Praesertim in Louisiana, Saepe consumator jentaculo, factum est a mola salsa, et bene gustat cum molto caseo.
Breakfast food in Louisiana.
Yeah.
I don't know, it's like eggs.
Do
Over the-
people eat gumbo for breakfast?
Answer, please. Grits.
Oh, I like grits.
The last part said it's made from ground like meal and tastes good with a lot of cheese.
I don't really know what gumbo is, so.
All right, 10 points for Team C on question 6, and we'll go to question 7. Toss-up 7. What consul standing in
B1.
Scipio Africanus.
That's not correct. Repeat for Teams A and C. What consul standing in Senatu on the nones of December advocated for severe punishment for the instigators of a popular conspiracy against the Roman state in 63 BC?
A2.
Cicero.
That's correct. I thought you were going to get it. That's what
Why
you
would I
said.
get that?
That's what you get.
Why would you assume that I know anything?
You buzzed in earlier than
I got
Cicero on the
scared
last
because I
one.
want to be first. Being last is a big L for me.
All right. 5 down, please. First bonus for Team A. Counter to Cicero's advocacy for the death penalty, what Roman politician whose influence was growing instead had argued for life imprisonment?
Do you have anything else? Caesar?
Yeah, no, Caesar. Your second bonus. Cicero's second and third Catilinarians were not delivered in the Senate, but to what audience?
I bet it was people. Because he likes his popular mom.
Probably ask something more specific.
You can say it.
Answer, please.
People?
I'm sorry?
The people?
Yeah, in front of the people. That's correct. 20 points on question 7 for Team A. Toss-up question number 8. Translate this sentence into English. Navis gubernatori naviganda est.
C3.
The ship must be sailed by the captain.
That is correct. Your first bonus, Team C. Now translate this sentence. Nam skit utrum mane navigent.
Could you repeat, please?
Now translate this sentence. Nam skit utrum mane navigent.
He knows. Like, what? How does he?
Oh.
Beginning answer, please.
For he knows how to sail each ship.
No, close. It was for, he knows, utrum in this sense means weather. He knows whether they should sail, and then mane means in the morning.
Oh.
I wrote that down.
Your second bonus. Now translate this sentence. Ut fama est, magna tempestas aequori diutissime minatura est.
Could you repeat, please?
Translate this sentence. Ut fama est, magna tempestas aequori diutissime minatura est. Answer, please.
Defer to C3.
As the rumor is, a great storm is as widely on the sea as the Minotaur.
Minatura is from the verb minor, it means to threaten. So as the rumor is, or as the rumor goes, a great storm is going to threaten the sea for a very long time. So pretty close, but no bonus points. 10 points on question 8 for Team C. Toss-up question number 9. We'll wait.
Sorry.
I'm just teasing. Toss-up 9. What man, after convincing a Tegean king to join a doomed
A3. Heracles?
Heracles is correct. Full question read. What man, after convincing a Tegean king to join a doomed expedition by giving a lock of Medusa's hair to Sterope, wrestled the river god Achelous for the hand of Deianira? It is, in fact, Heracles. Your first bonus, Team A. What name is shared by this Tegean king who perished in that expedition alongside all but one of his sons and an Ethiopian king who married Cassiopeia?
Cepheus.
Cepheus is correct. Your second bonus, name the Tegean Cepheus's surviving son who shares his name with an Arcadian king who defeated Heracles in the wrestling match at the Olympic Games.
Lycus.
No, I'm sorry, his name was Echimus. So you have 15 points on question 9. Toss-up question number 10. Broken pottery, old bricks, volcanic ash, lime.
B1.
Pompeii.
That's not correct.
C2.
Vesuvius.
That's not correct. I'll repeat for Team A. Broken pottery, old bricks, volcanic ash, lime, and cement, when mixed together, created what building material that Romans used to construct walls? Broken pottery, old bricks, volcanic ash, lime, and cement, when mixed together, created what?
A2.
Tufa.
It's not correct. It's opus caementicium, or you could have just said concrete.
Concrete. I knew that. This is.
So no points on question number 10, and when we have it ready, if we could have a score at the half, please.
You can do this.
All right. Team A has 80 points. Team B is yet to score, and Team C 50 points.
Okay. All right, please get settled quickly so we can continue. All right. Toss-up question number 11. What territory became the
B1.
Egypt.
That's not correct. Repeat for teams A and C. What territory became the casus belli for the Third Mithridatic War after the Romans claimed in 74 BC?
A4.
Bithynia.
Bithynia is correct. The rest of the question read that Nicomedes IV had left them his kingdom in Asia Minor. Your first bonus, where did the Romans, led by Marcus Aurelius Cotta, engage Mithridates in a land and sea battle for the first time in that war?
Chalcedon.
Chalcedon is correct. Your second bonus, name the Roman who won brilliant victories at Cyzicus and later Tigranocerta before command was transferred to Pompey by the Lex Manilia.
Lucullus.
Lucullus is correct. Full 20 points on question 11 for Team A. Toss-up question number 12. Susan Shearer taught at Handley High School and then Classical Cottage School for many years. Using casa for cottage and the adjective arduus for lofty, say in Latin, the cottage is not very lofty, but very strong.
A4.
Casa, known as Ardissima, said Fortissima.
That is not correct. I'm going to repeat for teams B and C. Susan Shearer taught at Handley High School and then Classical Cottage School for many years, using casa for cottage and the adjective arduus for lofty.
B1.
Casa non est ardissimum, sed fortissimum.
That's not correct. I can finish reading it one more time for Team C. Using casa for cottage and the adjective arduus for lofty, say in Latin, the cottage is not very lofty, but very strong.
C3.
Casa non est arduissima sed fortissima.
That is correct.
Oh, okay.
You said ardissima, not arduissima, so your answer is correct. That's fine, even with a second est, it's fine because it's understood. You're good. Your first bonus. Susan's strength as a teacher were many and included inspiring a love of creative arts in Certamen. Using praestans to mean outstanding, say in Latin, many of her students were most outstanding in art and Certamen.
So,
Answer, please.
Defer to CP.
Multi discipuli erat maxime praestantes artibus et Certamen.
It was most outstanding, so you need praestanticity. Your second bonus. Using examen to mean test and causa, say in Latin, they also studied very diligently for the sake of completing tests.
Could you repeat the sentence?
The time's up. I need you to start answering.
Etiam stuerunt causa perficiendi examen.
No, it's plural, so you needed a plural gerund or plural gerundive, ideally, like examenum conficiendorum.
Can you use a gerund there?
You can use a gerund, but then your noun would still have to be plural. You said examen, it would have had to be
it's
examena.
test, okay.
Yeah, examen is plural.
Can we get a check on that first bonus?
Sure.
What would you, I don't wanna feed the answer, but could you say what you gave for the, for most outstanding again?
Maxima praestantes.
So will you not accept maxime with the positive degree in place of the superlative?
And we'll check. I think the other thing that I had was you had said artibus, it said in art and Certamen, but that is also possible. That's fine, but I mean, you could argue that artibus is like, it's art all at once. But we'll ask, we'll add it around in the room. So if you would just put like a star or something, I'll make notes as to what it is, but just make a notation on 12B1.
Thank you.
Sorry, I'm just letting the room know we got that. Okay. All right, so right now you have 10 points on question number 12. Toss-up question number 13. Who was born near the springs of Oceanus, perhaps deriving his name from the Greek word for stream, pege, and once created a spring from a mountain?
B1.
Pegasus?
That is correct.
Let's go! Oh my gosh!
Once created a spring from a mountain with a blow from his hoof. What's the rest of that? Your first bonus. On Mount Helicon, Pegasus created a spring. What was the name of that spring, which means horse spring in Greek?
Hippodrome? Hippo. Hippo.
It wasn't like peg something. I feel like it's in the
No.
Answer, please.
Hippo something. Hippo, just say
Maybe
something.
I'll talk to you.
Well, I'm sorry.
Hippopotia.
Hippocrene, C-R-E-N.
Alright.
Your second bonus, what brother of Pegasus was born in the same way as Pegasus, springing from the severed neck of Medusa?
Oh my.
Christ.
Yeah, this is, I think so. Yeah, you say it.
It starts with the C and ends with an N, that's all I know.
Chrysaor.
Chrysaor is correct.
Let's go!
15
Oh,
points.
Yes, let's go.
that's better than yesterday. Already we're already winning.
I'm your lucky charm.
Thank you so much. You are.
All right, 15 points on question 13 for Team B. Toss-up question number 14. E mihi, cur unquam juvenalibus acta lacertis, frixeam petiit pelius arbor ovem. This unanswered question from Medea to Jason appears in what collection?
A4. Aviterodes.
That is correct. Containing 20 letters from mythological subjects to their lovers. Your first bonus. Medea is not the only woman to write a letter to Jason. What granddaughter of Bacchus wrote this to Jason? Certa fui primo, hospita feminea pellere castra, manu lemniadesque viro, vincere no verunt. Milite tam forti vita tuenda fuit.
Can you repeat the question?
No.
Blousy.
It's Hypsipyle. The big clue there was like Lemniades, Lemnian. Your second bonus. What Trojan prince, like Jason, has 2 letters addressed to him among the Heroides? Answer, please.
Paris.
That is correct. One from Helen, one from Oinone. You have 15 points for Team A on question 14. Toss-up question 15. Listen to the following adapted epitaph for a dog, which I will read twice. Then answer the questions that follow in English. Quam dulcis fuit ista, quam benigna, quae cum viveret, insinu jacebat, somni socia semper et lecti. O factum male canus, quad peristi. Latrares modo sequis, ad cubaret rivalis, domini licentiosa. I'll repeat. Quam dulcis fuit ista, quam benigna, quae cum viveret. Insinu jacebat, somni socia semper et lecti. O factum male canus, quad peristi. Latrares modo sequis, ad cubaret rivalis domini licentiosa.
B1.
Sitting in the lap, like lying down in the lap.
That is correct.
Hey.
Oh my god.
The question read, name one thing that the dog always shared with her mistress. You could have said sleep, her bed, or her lap. So there you go. 10 points. Your first bonus. When would the dog bark?
I like stuff. When robbers would come. When there would be like robbers. Yeah, say it.
Answer please.
When robbers would come.
No, that latro is the verb for to bark. That was the barking part. So it was when some rival would lie down with his mistress. When someone took his spot on the bed.
I relate.
Your second bonus, the epitaph continues. Altum iam tenet et am sepulchrum, nec saevire potes, nec insalire, nec blondis mihi morsibus renides. Describe 2 things the dog can no longer do now that she's buried, according to this portion of the epitaph.
Thyreira. Can you repeat that?
Altum iam tenet etam sepulchrum, nec saevire potes, nec incelire, nec blondis mihi morsibus antiples.
Yeah, yes.
It can't rage or eat.
Rage would have been okay. It can't rage or be savage. It can't jump up, and it can't shine, I guess. Shine for her, like, like, oh, it makes me happy, kind of thing.
Alright.
That's why we said 2 of 3, because I know that one's hard. So 10 points on question 15 for Team B, and we can get a score check.
All right. Team A, 115 points. Team B, 25 points. Team C, 60 points.
No, because I knew what they would ask. It would be like, what's the dog doing?
What the dog?
Who let the dogs out, bro?
All right, please get settled quickly so we can finish and try to finish on time. Toss-up question number 16. Give the Latin form of the pronoun needed to render the following English sentence in Latin. The student's fear of us is
A4.
Answer, please.
No street.
No street is correct. The student's fear of us is unwarranted was the sentence. Your first bonus. Which is not an enclitic or suffix primarily used with pronouns? MET, PSE, VE, MODI.
Yeah. Wait, would you repeat the question?
Which is not an enclitic or suffix primarily used with pronouns? MET, PSE, VE, MODI.
Does ipsy conjugate?
Answer, please.
VE.
VE is correct. Your second bonus, what do the enclitics MET and PSE add to the meaning of a pronoun?
It's like, yes, emphasis.
Emphasis is correct. 20 points on question 16 for Team A. Toss-up question number 17. What Silver Age poet who held Stoic beliefs followed in the literary tradition of Lucilius by composing 6
A4.
Perseus.
Perseus is correct. Composing 6 satires before suddenly dying at the age of 28 in 64 AD. Your first bonus. Perseus's 5th satire contains a panegyric treatment of his famous teacher. Who was this Stoic educator who also taught Lucan?
Cornutus.
I'm sorry?
Cornutus.
Cornutus is correct. And your second bonus, what cognomen is shared between Perseus and another satirist of the Augustan period? The latter satirist's works are contained in 2 books and named after their conversational tone.
Can you repeat?
What cognomen is shared between Perseus and another satirist of the Augustan period? The latter satirist's works are contained in 2 books and named after their conversational tone. Answer, please.
Lucius.
Flaccus. So 15 points on question 17 for Team A. Toss-up question number 18. Differentiate in meaning between imber and crate.
A4.
Wood.
Okay, you're still.
Oh my god, I'm
Oh,
sorry.
cool.
In there is rain and prim. There is oak tree.
That's not correct.
C3.
Imber means rain. Craybear.
Eugerum, Eugum, and Yeunus.
Could you repeat, please?
Differentiate in meaning among Eugerum, Eugum, and Yeunus. Answer, please.
Defer to C3.
Yugarum is a throat. Yugam is a yoke. Yeunas means hungry.
What was your first answer?
A throat.
I'm sorry, Ugarum it's a measure of land, roughly an acre. The other two were correct. Your second bonus, differentiate in meaning between kanus and kawus.
Could you spell the first word?
C long A N U S. Answer, please.
Kanus meaning song and Kawus meaning cave.
Kanus means white or gray, sort of grayish white. And then kawus is usually an adjective that means hollow, but had you gotten the first word right, I would have been really interested to see what we said about the second one, because it's pretty close. But no points on the bonuses, 10 points for Team C on question 18. Toss-up question number 19. What emperor, during whose reign a commander of the Upper Rhine named
A2.
Caligula?
That is correct. Named Lentulus Gaetulicus, conspired to install Marcus Aemilius Lepidus in 39 AD, was himself murdered in 41 AD. First bonus, Team A. What woman, Caligula's sister and Marcus Aemilius Lepidus's wife, did Caligula deify as Panthea after her death?
Livilla? I said Drusilla. Livilla?
The villa?
Drusilla.
Drusilla.
Your second bonus. Though Caligula was mocked for his fake invasion of Britain, what did he manage to build at Gesoriacum on the northern coast of France?
Lighthouse.
That is correct, a 200-foot lighthouse. So 15 points on question 19 for Team A, and our score with one to go, please.
Team A has 165 points, Team B has 25 points, and Team C 70 points.
All right, final toss-up question number 20. According to Pausanias, at what city did a pomegranate tree grow on the tomb of Monoikius, who sacrificed himself to
A3.
Thebes.
Thebes is correct. Who sacrificed himself to defeat Adrastus' forces and save his father Creon. Your first bonus. Pausanias also describes a statue of what goddess outside Corinth that shows the goddess holding a pomegranate in one hand and a staff with a cuckoo on it in the other.
Hera.
Hera is correct. And your second bonus, what wife of Orion had a name meaning pomegranate?
Like C-Day.
C-Day is correct. 20 points on question number 20 for Team A. And what is our final score, please?
Team A 185 points, Team B 25 points, Team C 70 points.
Yay.
Thanks for scoring.
You guys are welcome. Good luck.
Thank you.
Thank you.